Are we working now? Oh, oh, moment of truth. Hey, and I can see the chat as well. Whoa, I can see everything. Yes, there we go. How are we doing, everyone? Hey, please let me know how I sound today because I've updated to make sure I'm a bit more hearable now. Um, yeah, it's working. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. All right then. Second time's the charm, as it seems. Doing well. Um, right then. Welcome back, everyone. I'm back here to start a new environment all the way from scratch. So last time we started off halfway through a project that I'd already started. So this time I'm going to go right back to the landscape design, the whole coming up with the idea, being creative. Um, I've got an idea in mind, so I'll talk you through that and why I've done that. I've just got my portfolio up at the minute just to kind of give a reason as to why I want to do this next project. It sounds fine. Great, let's go. So, a lot of my projects I've been doing for this kind of thing lately have been a lot darker. So these two are my latest ones. Yeah, the space one, the sea one. So I've had to play around with the lighting a lot for these. Trying to get like a dark set and then just try and light it up with like spotlights and try and do it that way. It's been a while since I've actually just had like a daylight setting environment. Even though the environment we did in the last video, that was a dark setting as well. So I'm thinking this time I'm gonna do a nice brighter look. I'm gonna have like a beach front look, so I'm gonna get rid of all this and start from scratch. So imagine like we're looking straight down at the camera from this point. On the right hand side, it's gonna be a beach theme. So the right hand side will be the tide coming in all the way up. The middle will be a beach, and then coming on to the left side, I want to have like some like rocks and hills going straight up, so it's kind of like a nice enclosed beach with a nice bright light coming down to see it all. So I will quickly make a new level, but first let me just make my own folder so I've got somewhere to store all my stuff. And then also I want to talk about the way I'm going to do the arts for this, because in the last a lot of the time I do use realistic art as well to try and fixate on the realistic aspects of the environment. But I was looking through the assets of what I can use for this, and a lot of them are more stylized, which means it's a bit more cartoony. I'll show you them in a minute. So it won't be like realistic looking trees. There'll be a slight hint of cartoon there, so it'd be nice change to work with. So let's make a new level. Click on basic, so we have like a basic lighting setup. We can straight away get rid of this square, and I'll set up a third person mode, only because I like to sometimes see if it's like a realistic looking environment for like a player's perspective. So like if I set up like rocks and trees, I want to see how big they are compared to a player, just to, I don't know, sometimes have a look around. But let's get a landscape set up then. We're going to want to see quite far away, so I mean you can start from all the way over here, but I like to start from the middle of the map and then just imagine going out. I'm going to imagine going out this way this time. So I'll have the side there, beach, and then a rock formation coming around. I'm imagining it's going to have like a bend in the beach, so the sea will come across this way with the sand as well, and then go behind like the rocks that are coming over here. So I'll make it a bit further than that. Let's maybe Might as well literally just make it 9 by 9 instead of 8 by 8. Yeah, that'd be sound. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? I think the nicest thing I can do with this is create ramps to get that nice gradient down into where the sea would be. So I know I'm not going to be using all this space, I'm not going to be seeing all this space, but let me just go from there, get a point all the way over there, drag that down, and I can make this really wide, and I'll probably do that. I'm going to do that throughout, so let's just see what that looks like first. Add ramp. Yeah, let me put that even further back, put that even further down. I want to have more of a ramp than that. Yeah, okay. So imagine like if the beach is there, the tide's going straight down. Yeah, so I'm gonna duplicate? No. So we're gonna have to add new ramps each time just to make sure we can get that all the way. And then I'll put that to there. Doesn't matter if it doesn't match down the bottom there, because we're not going to see that. Let's just make sure it goes, just for my sake of that. I suppose we can wonder if we can just do that. Grab that at the same. Nah, I thought we can grab it at the same time. Oh well, just keep adding ramps. We've got the length now, so we'll just keep moving them over. Add ramp. This is a nice quick way just to get a nice smooth gradient. Otherwise we'll be using the sculpting tool and trying to like erase a lot of the level, and it might not be as nice. I mean, we can use it to, if you want to make a bit of roughness, because obviously it's not always going to be this smooth. But yeah, what I'll do, I think, because the sea is gonna come round, I'm gonna push that back a bit more at the end. This is a bit like same colour to see at the minute, just because of it's just being grey. So I can understand it's not the nicest to look at right now, but this is just what you have to go through for a little bit. Add ramp. Oh, where did that go up? Add ramp. That was interesting. So I just want to make sure, what I'll do is move that around here maybe, and just make sure it kind of falls off over the edge. Add ramp. And then just make sure that's going all the way off down there. I need to make my camera a bit quicker. So it's going to be a bit of a setup for this. I didn't show any of this last time, but last time it was more about just placing assets and not really do much with the landscape. But this time it's going to be a lot more landscape heavy, because this is just the one side. We've got to do the beach side with the sea coming down, and then the left side is going to be all the mountains coming up. And what I'm going to do for that side is actually use a sculpting tool, and I'm not going to. What I make here isn't going to be like the finishing project. It's just like a base layer, so then I can get some rocks and cover up what I actually want it to look like. But just to get like something to work with, I get like a base height, and then this is kind of when I'd play from here, just to kind of see how big these mountains are, and how close it all is. Because right now I feel like the mountain's too far away. The beach is too far away. I want them to be a bit more narrower, so I know that I can bring the mountains over a lot more. Which way around are we? This way around. Bear with the computer. The fans are going for it now. Right. So I know the ramp's there, so I literally want it to be like this close to there. I think that'll fall off nicely. And then when I'm happy with like the height, I think about there was nice. I'll just simply get a flat edge, find the top of the bit that I'm happy with, and just kind of, oh, why is it not doing that? Oh, it's because I'm not. Let me just decrease that. So it's the flatten tool here, find the bit that I'm happy with, and then if I just keep doing that, it won't go any higher. And then when I'm go all the way around here, where's my, where's the ramp again? There we go. Oops. Command Z that. So if I want to like flatten it anymore, I can just smooth it out. If I want a bit more of the actual landscape back, I'm just going to shorten the actual size of the brush to make sure I'm not doing too much at a time. Like, I would like to have some land, that'd be fantastic. Well, that's not too bad now. I'm quite happy with that. Like, let me just flatten all this down. Like, if I want to add anything onto it now, I'll just use the actual assets to do so. Let's make sure none of that happens. I don't want any like texture stuff going on. So yeah, that's kind of like the main part of this. I can sort it out once I've added a few assets now. This will be like the interesting part, I suppose. Oh, we need to actually save the level. So let's just call it beach level. Make sure we get our precursors in there. This does that. So I feel like the first thing I want to actually put in is the water. So I've got a few that might have water and a few that will actually have like good water. I know Cartoon Water Shader is a good one, but I don't know if it will match the actual art of the rest of the packs, because it's not very stylized. It's a lot more cartoon than like what these have. So let's have a look at the blueprint to see what they've got. Water system. So they've got, I know they've got water in there then now. So where is your water? Material, water. That's just a water base. Like if I added this, it would just like make the whole map just water. So I don't want that. That's all. It's not even gonna do it. Oh, there we go. So here's the whole map underwater, or as water. Bloody hell, that's disgusting, isn't it? But I don't want to make that on a plane, because the other way to do that would be to get a plane. If it wants to give it to me, okay, I'll find it myself, and then add water onto that, and then you just amp the size of that up like that. Like that would be the way to do that. Like that's okay, but you can see the problem. You've got this, you want to have the sea. Like there's not really a tide happening. Like you've got the foam, which is nice. Like I don't think that's gonna work. Let me just quickly try it as like a simulation. Like straight away, it's just a dead sea. Yeah, you do get that, but like, nah, it's not gonna look as good as. Hopefully, we can find something else. I think I've already been on this one. Trees, tower, stone, props, terrain. That's just terrain. We could probably use these, to be fair. Oh. Oops. Come back. I don't even know where you gone. So this is kind of like the stylized look. Like, it looks quite good, but at the same time you can see how it's not like fully realistic, which is fine. I'm just going to put that there just for no reason whatsoever. So we've got props. This is the Egyptian pack. I don't think they're going to have this. More of the actual buildings and water, which is fine. I just saw. Actually, no. I was going to look at this for the sand actually. No, not meshes. Materials. So do they have a master material? Landscape material. Yes, they do. Look at that. So they do have a master material. So like, oops. Sorry, let me go back onto the landscape. Add the material instance here, and then don't worry about that because we just have to just set these up. I think those are the same. Those are the same, and those are the same. So look at that now. Like, I could cover this with rock, and then we won't have to worry about the sand at all. Because what you can do is just do that. You can paint where you want it. I'm gonna say that's meant to be for how it is on here, how it's like more vertical. You've got the sand to cover the actual sandy areas. And then what's this? What does this one look like? I'm just going to shorten the brush size because it's just stupidly big. So we've got like a rocky texture. Yeah, that's quite nice, but I don't think we're going to have many buildings in here. So I'm just going to have that in there for now whilst we figure out what water we're going to have. It looks like they want us to have brick. Oh no, that's just the grid. Ignore me. So what materials do we have here? Stones, decals, buildings. So it is just all building stuff. So yeah, that's useful for the sand. So we'll leave that for now. What other stuff we got? Stylized or nature. Sometimes I have like a mesh of water, but don't. Oh yeah, there we go. Because some people already set like a blueprint of what we need. Oh, what's going on here? Let's make that a lot bigger. It's going to move this other one out the way, just so we can see the sea, the potential of the sea. You can see how big we've got to make this. So, right, it's got to be like that. A little bit less. I mean, I can just sort the landscape out there. I mean, looks alright, but the same again, there's not really a current or a tide. It's just kind of staying in the same place. It's more, it looks like it's more for like a cave pool or anything like that. No, just the actual thing. I'll show you what a good water should look like, because cartoon water do it really well. Let me just make sure I get the right one. I'm gonna go for that one. I can't remember which one it is. I mean, if it does suit it, then I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. I'm just gonna go with it. Can't do with a vote, to be honest. Which one is better? We are going to end up going with like the stylized look. What's this one? Just out of curiosity. I know these have different like colours as well. What's this? And water base. Where's that gone? Oh. Interesting. It's just. Oh wait, let me try and actually put it in. Let me just lower you down so you're underneath. Oh, let me grip you. Nah. I think it might end up going at the bottom of the water, maybe, the depth. That's fine. And then let's have a look at what this is. No. So I think I prefer this one to the last one. I like how the sand beneath it, you can still kind of see it. I'm going to move it back. Well, I'll make it much bigger. There are a few ocean materials we can use as well, because this is a bit bright. Let's have a look at a few of them. Ocean. I'm just gonna quickly tab out just to let my computer calm down. You know what it's like. It is a bit bright, but at the same time, I am trying to do like a brighter map, so might end up just keeping it as it is. But let's just see what the other ones look like. I'm gonna make sure I can see the whole name. So that's just like non-transparent. That's kind of what we got already in it. Yeah, there we go. That's hard to see the difference, but the tide looks like it's moving a bit more now. So that's the last one. Okay. Because these are specifically for oceans. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I want to see one that's actually transparent, just for out of curiosity. So you can actually see underneath the water now. But I don't know if oh. There's so many different types on this. So that's transparent, it still has the foam, still has the tide. I think I might just keep it like that. What do you guys think? I think that looks nice. Let me try and just get rid of the grid. So that just looks like that now. It's pretty cool, right? Looks quite nice. So what I'll do, if you guys like it as well, I'm just going to extend the size of it like loads. Move it into a position that seems good. I could even make it bigger than that, to be honest. You want it to be like completely out of view where the end is. So let's push it down to there. So this is kind of like what I'm going for. I think I like that strip of foam going across here. I might play around with the landscape now just to kind of make sure that this side looks exactly how I want it to look. So let's get the landscape tools back up. Let's go on sculpt. And if I just hold the shift key and then just click, it takes away, it just acts as the eraser without me clicking erase. Because if I wanted to add anything back, I don't have to keep clicking in and out of erase and sculpt then. Just want to keep pushing this back. I like how it goes around at the end there, but I might just make it do it just a bit more. Just so when we're looking at the final image, you're not really worried about what's going on with like the rest of the terrain. Like it's going to be somewhere like there, so I still think this can come further in. I want it to literally come in around there. That's nice. Nice. And then we can kind of play around with this side, find some rocks and stuff to put along the wall. Not really a big fan of just the high sand walls. Like this doesn't really look beachy now, does it? I'm gonna get rid of that rock over there. Just go back to our selection, get rid of that. So the cartoon stylized, they kind of are working with each other. It's balanced out. Like they're okay. We'll just keep going with that. I'll keep going to meshes. Terrain, grass, main, landscape. Right, I think all their meshes. There we go. So let's have a look at their stones. Unless it's in terrain. No, I've just been on there already. So we've got tower, trees. We love trees. Stones. Let's have a look at that. Cliffs. Ooh, we like cliffs. We could have like sort of sand, sort of stone. Like If I quickly have a Google of like a beach cliff, that might help, just to kind of give like a visual idea of how we're going to load. There we go. A beach cliff side. Images. Right, I want it to look sandy. I suppose this is the kind of thing I'm thinking of, all that. So it is like a sandy edge. Like there is no rocks to it at all. So maybe we should like stick to something like this instead, where it's just like a rock edge. Because I don't think that we're gonna get a good sand wall, to be honest. So I'm gonna try and get a nice rock one instead. We'll try and blend it because we can get a mixture of both. Really. If we had like sandstone, that would be cool. Wonder if I can play around with the materials again and make the actual stones yellow. So let's give that a go. Where's the base master material? There we go. Base color. So the coverage color, I'm gonna just times that. Get get a nice yellowy orange color on it. We want it to be like 100% a color. And then if we get a multiply, we fix that into a, oh, will not let me. Texture is not compatible with a float. Oh no, maybe I'll just do the whole thing by this then. So the result is whatever. Oh, what you do, man? Constant. Where's this? Can I just change the hue of this instead? Oh, come on, where's like a nice yellow? It's not going to do it, is it? Nah, let's have another look on the material. It's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. Which one's not letting me multiply? I just want the base color to be multiplied, that's all. I want, haha, base color multiplied by that, and then that's the outputs. So let's save that, see how that comes out. And if it works on this rock, we can try and change a lot of the other ones. And then we can make like a nice sandstone wall instead of just this. We probably make like nice layers of this instead as well. Like you see how that other one was like, where'd it go? That was like layered. We could probably do something along those lines. Or it's like layers of sand and then just have like sandstone in there as well. Across the front and then like all the rubble on the floor. We could definitely do that. Because that's the perfect texture for that. Amazing. Right. Oh, how is everyone whilst this is loading? Oh, here we go. Oh, someone's giving me hearts. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Is that blending enough? Is that too much? That's quite nice, to be fair. I feel like I want to quickly do that landscape thing, just kind of see where we'd go. Like, where's that player start? Let me quickly put all this on here and get rid of that. Where's my start? I know that's inside the wall there. Let's put that there. I've not even started messing with light yet. It's too far underneath. Like I quite like the height of that, so it's just a matter of making little layers out of that. So bringing it down and then adding another layer to it again. So if I go on landscape, if I shorten this down, to about there, and then I can get the flatten tool, do that. Bear with, this might look a bit odd right now, but just bear with. Put that around here. Like anything beyond this point I'm not bothered about, because that's not going to be in the shot. I'm only focused about this shot here. Let's quickly make sure that's covered. So then yeah, what I'm going to do is build up to the next layer, probably about there, flatten that out. So then we've got the next layer of sand, and look at that, just by itself. I can move that rock out of the way or somewhere better. Maybe sometimes it does go right to the edge, but other than that it's gonna hang back a little bit from the edge. Because that one image, that reference one, it goes back and back and back. So I'm gonna go up once more, I think, probably to the height of where these are now, so I'll probably just bring that forwards. Nice, and then maybe I can have some odd heights. So here, do like the halfway between these two, something around a bit more, something around there, flatten that into there, so then it's not all, so it's not completely the same, it's a bit more realistic then. Let's make sure, I'll go around with the smooth tool as well in a sec, just to make sure there's none of these jagged edges. And then let's go back up to like this height, and then this shouldn't get seen now. Right, let's quickly get the smooth tool and make sure that's all good. Shorten it down because I don't want it to end up like flattening anything. Hey, hey. Right, that's quite nice actually. Now that's working well. Move that rock out of the way and see what that looks like. So go back to selection, move that. Okay, let's go right back to the engine stuff. I don't need any of that, thank you. So I need these rocks now. Where was that on? That was the tower, meshes, stones, and then the cliffs. So then if I wanted to add any of this stuff, oh, it's done it automatically. Brill. I haven't got to keep changing all the colours. Oh, that's amazing. I was going to see how this looks on the edge of the cliff, like if it would work. Like, imagine if I just kept turning it and it just kept coming out the edges. Oh, I think it's modular, so it doesn't matter where I put it, it'll still blend into each other. Does that look a bit odd? This one's a bit out. And then just turn it right round to make sure it's not, doesn't look the same. If I did that like all the way down, do you think that would look a bit silly, or do you think it would look cool? It's hard to know. I'll play around with that in a bit. Let's have a play around with these rocks. Right, these rocks are big because obviously they're meant to be cliff sides. Let's have a look at a few of them. Is everything still sounding fine? Am I sounding too loud? Is the fans too loud? I can mess around with the settings if the fans are too loud. Don't you, what are your little cotton socks? I might have just like randomly placed rocks about, and then it'll make sense why there's rubble coming down. Like that might blend in nicely into the wall there. Turn that like that, and then have like, just keep turning it. Best thing to do is just keep turning it so it doesn't look identical. And then have like something small in the middle. Just to blend, like, I'll just put it there so it covers up the little bit in the middle there, like it looks fine, but it just helps. You're never going to see that because obviously we're going to be down here, but it's always just good to make sure it looks nice when you're working on it anyway. I kind of want to know if that looks nice with the rocks coming around the edges. It kind of does. Well, I'm gonna do it, and then at the end, if I don't like it, I'll just have to get rid of it all. Well, that's just how it is. So I don't want it coming through the bottom like that. I literally just want it to like slightly come through the top. And then also, if the stone looks too off colour, if the colour needs changing at all. Got to work these things out. Right. I'm gonna see how much I can get done before just after 7. But what I'll keep doing, I'll just keep streaming until we get this done, and then after that I'll edit it all down into like a nice video as best I can. Ooh, yeah, that looks okay. I'm gonna see if I get like another layer above it. Just to make so it's not just one layer it's on. And then I'm going to see what it looks like with a bit of foliage. Yeah. I don't want it coming over the edge too much, like there. And then if I do it again, I was taking like 4 rocks to get that, but luckily it's only for like a small section of the map. If anyone's got any questions throughout this, by the way, feel free. Hey. Didn't mean to go that way with it, but there we are. I feel like it starts to look a bit better, because sometimes you just need to put more of something down for it to look right. You just start putting like 1 or 2 things down, it just looks completely out of place and odd. So I feel like once I get all these in, it should help make it look a bit more natural looking. I'm dying to get some greenery in here. Because it'll really like look vibrant in these colours. I've got packs for like just palm trees, so we have to pick out which specific ones we want. Oh, thank you, Abby. Saying it looks cool. Love that. I'll have to get the chat on the screen at some point as well. See if I can work out where to put it on whilst I'm working. I used to do it on Twitch, so I've got Stream Elements set up. I just need to switch over it from Twitch to YouTube, so it shouldn't be too hard. Right, let's have a look at that then. So meshes, I mean these have trees. Let's just see what they look like, because I don't think these are really they don't look very beach looking, do they? However, please be good to my computer. However, trees can be used as bushes. So let's just imagine just out of curiosity, if it doesn't look right, we'll just delete it. But Does it look like it's clipping? It does look like it's clipping. It's because it is, but now it shouldn't look like it's clipping. And if I use it again up here, just to make it look like it makes sense, it's not just a one-off. And then we'll have a look at some different packs for different trees. Kobo Nature. What did you have? Because you look like you were specifically for nature. Plants, pine. No, it's not a pine. I had a palm. See, this is where the art looks different. I feel like this is going to look completely different to that. Definitely a different green, but actually I can fix that, can't I? Because I can mess around with the material. I can make that brighter or that darker, but let's just quickly look at other packs first before we get carried away. Stylized Egypt, I don't think they had any. They did. Let's have a look at theirs. So there's that. Looks cool. I feel like something's coming up on the chat. I think Abby, you're sending stuff, aren't you? It's hard. It doesn't come up fully. Still love hearts. Dreamscape, characters, watershed. I think those are my options, so I can either make that darker. Which palm tree looks better? You didn't have any more than that, did you? That was your trees, yeah. So there is no palm trees in that pack. Oops. Do they have a bush? That's just all foliage. Grass. Okay, there. Particles. We've got loads to play around with when it comes to particles. I love that. Bamboo. Nice. I don't think we're in a we'll make a bamboo area though. Let me have a look at messing around with the material. I feel like this looks more like a palm tree I want to use, just because it's got like the leaves are a bit more rounded, whereas this is more sharp. Sharp things aren't as inviting in life, which is a game design tip. If it's rounded, it looks a bit more inviting and safe. So I want this area to feel like much more of a safe place. So what I'll just do is have a play around with the colours. That is the plant, isn't it? One sec. Let me just make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, that's the trunk, isn't it? And that's the so that's the plants. So let's get a bagger. Yeah, there we go. So base color. I just want it to be a bit darker. That's the sub. So let's get another one of you. Let's get a nice dark green. So it's going to be probably take a couple tries to get this right. Okay. Oh no, what are you doing? Oh no, what's it done? There we go. And then get a multiply. So again, just need to find out where the end of that is. So it's you, and then plug that into you, and then multiply into base color. So maybe even a little bit darker than that. So I'm on there, on a. Oh, where did that go? Thank you. I'll have that back. So I'm just gonna have that open whilst I look, because they are really dark. So let's make that. I can always make them brighter as well, so let's make that a bit darker. And I'm gonna look at the colours of the other trees and make them a bit brighter. See if we can't find any even ground, because the lighting and the sand is. I want it to make the green pop. I don't want it to be the leaves to be too dark for that. So let's have a look at that. So we'll leave that there for now. We can still play around with that if we want. What's going on? What are you doing? Leaves. It's global wind. Tree global wind master. Boy, that's not what I want. Let's have a look at that then. Foliage. Billboard. Okay. The billboard. Do I want that? No. Obviously, when you don't make your own stuff, you still got to figure out what it is before you even work on it. So, but oh well. Gradient color tip. So let's just pump these up. Maybe it's just that. Yeah, it's looking like it's getting brighter. Just going to save everything just in case. SSS color. Yes, that has actually brightened now, so that's okay. So what I'll do, just dial the palm tree back up a bit then. And then we can just leave it as that. We've got a few foliage, bit of trees in there now. Let's start placing them where they can go. Palm tree, we can literally have that right as our, let's have like our shots be somewhere around here, and then we can have a palm tree literally right in the camera, have the trees just coming in with the beach there. Maybe I want it a bit lower. Do I want it lower down like that? Do I want to be looking up or looking down on the beach, or looking straight on? Like that. And then do I want to be... I need like a point there, this to be the exact centre of it all. But then all the interesting stuff is like around you, with like little bits coming down the middle. Let's have another look at references, because you got, oh, straight away. You got something in the middle there, but like because of the cliffs on the left, they draw you in. And they like, see how there's like a line, invisible line that draws down to here. It all points down to like one end point, which is nice. Same again here, you've got like a line that draws down to here. Obviously that's just kind of what happens, but there's like, obviously there's nothing there at the end of it, but it's just quite nice to have that line to follow down. Same again there, there's a line that follows down. So, and we don't have any line that follows down, we just have straight. But we can drop that down over here then instead. What we'll do then is just flatten that, push that back, and then that should be out of the frame. So if my frame's here, we've got like a sort of like a line going down, especially with the rocks in there now. The rocks are kind of getting that line down to here, and then the sea's just coming round anyway. Yeah, just want to make sure this is pushed back a little bit. That's quite nice, yeah. So there's lots we can play around with the beach now. Let's make sure all those little shadows have gone. Lovely. I'm going to try and add a few more rocks before I think about like wrapping it up for today. Rocks are a big deal. stones, large rock, and then we've got all these nice pebbles we can just scatter around. So like where all these rocks are up here, we'll definitely be able to make the most of that and make it look like little pebbles are falling down to the ground. Oh, let me go back to selection, that'd be better. Bury these into the sand. Maybe have another palm tree down further. And that, maybe I can try and get that to blend into the line that we're creating. You can't even see that, that's alright. Yeah, so I can put something on the hill a bit as well. I think I've got like a nice target thing to do now, so that's cool. Right, I keep getting distracted with putting rocks down. That's the problem, isn't it? Oh well. Okay, so these rocks need to be changed as well, the material on that. Oh my gosh. Oh. Props master, where's the base color on that? Can I multiply that? Is that going to let me do that? Nope, didn't think so. So, props master. Whoa, okay. Ground coverage. So I'm just going to have a guess that they've made their own thing with colour here. So that's their colour. So where was my multiply? And then we'll do a 3 again. I need to... I want to get the same colour as... Please, no. Fine, let's get that out. Open that back up. Open that back up. Use the drop to get the same colour. Amazing. So then multiply. Oh, you can't do it there either. Where? Can I do it into... No. We'll get there eventually. So I can just multiply the complete output of everything. That's fine. I can't do it to that. Oh my god. What about that? No. Well, maybe I just don't use these rocks then because they don't seem to want to change. Oh my god, no. Right, we just don't use them rocks, that's fine. We'll deal with it. Let's just make sure we just use the rocks that can change. Some I don't want to change, I don't want to change, don't want to fight that. Ain't fighting that battle. And then we need that to come in front again. Give it a little rotation. Oh, look at that flat edge. Ew. Look at that flat edge. What's going on? Which way do I want this rock to be? There we go. Nice jagged edges, man. And then in front of that we can have these scattered pebbles. Mate, these are going to go... Actually, what I'll do... Hold on. Here's a nice little trick. Foliage. Because if I want to put them a bit more everywhere, what we can do is just scatter them about. But with the all the stats how it is right there, it's just going to do that, which is like way too much. I mean, for this anyway. We can change the scale, so we can have it like down from like 0.8 to... I don't really want it much bigger than what it is, so probably just keep it as 1. Density is going to be 100 per 100, I think it is. So I'm just going to have like literally two of those, And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this one, 2, and then 0.8. And then we'll dial that down to 200, so we should only have like 4 up here, or even that. I don't know what it's based on. But see how that's a bit more over the place now. Can you change the rotation? I think it's doing it automatically, isn't it? Yeah. But I want them to appear. Sometimes it's easy just to do it by hand, but if you've got a lot to put down, it's definitely recommended. And I want them like underneath the cliff, because it just makes sense. So we can have a few in the water, but is it going to look odd? And are we going to see it? Yeah, a little bit. Then any that I don't like, I can literally just erase by hand anyway. So say I don't want that because it's coming into the beach a bit too much. I want to keep it in the water. I could just do that. Yeah, and then we'll just put some like further down as well, just so it doesn't look like the only thing decorated is the front bit. And then we'll have some maybe behind us, make it look like there's something behind us, even though there's nothing. Just that one rock. Oh, we got 2 rocks now, yay! Your rocks are so important. I don't like that there. That triangle of sand. You know, when something just sticks out to you. Like, what is it? How is that even doing that? Oh, bro. I can fix that with sculpting. Let's get the brush right down there. There we go. I think. Let's just double check that. That edge as well. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Okay, that. That's much better. Sometimes these things just stick out. Yeah. Right, so let's get our shot back in and let's see what we don't like, what we like, and what we're happy with. Because it's like almost 7 o'clock now, so I might just plan of action the next stream, because I still feel like there's a bit missing, a bit like something to do down here. There is a thought of like combining genres, because this is just literally just like a lovely peaceful calm setting at the minute, but like I've got some of these like runes and stuff which can make it a bit mystical, a bit magic. Like that might be pretty cool. Anything else we've got in here? I got some like Egyptian stuff. I don't know what Egyptian is. Got these stones, man. I didn't even need to fucking... Oh my gosh. I mean, I like what we've done. And we can use these as well, actually. We can like blend the two. So I could have like... Oh, yeah. So remember what I did with the foliage? Untick those. Put that in. Are these the same size as well? Yeah. So let's just get 2 in. Because these are singular, I'll do them as like 3 with a size difference of like 0.7 to 1. Quite like, I don't like it to go any higher than it is. 3, 0.7 to 1, and then because these come in a 3, I'm just going to have that as a 1. And then 0.7 to 1, and then we can kind of have these scattered around as well. Hey. And then we'll put some more rocks like this down, just to make sense. Make a bit more sense. I think that'll look nice now. Got a bit of variety in there. If I don't like any of these rocks, I can take some of them out. I can just tick everything and then just shift click things that I don't want in there. If I want to keep these, untick those, and then just shift click the stuff that I don't want. Nice, okay. And then all you need to do is just add a few more. Change the sizes, make it look different, switch them around. I might have like spread out. And then we've got a mixture of the two then. I could even like try and make these brighter actually. Where's that gone? So we could have this out here. I'll do this, see how it looks, and then we'll finish up there, guys. So I'm going to make this brighter. See if we can't like kind of match the look of that. Let's save, see if it changes to anything good. Ow, they should all change now. Right, they're going back to grey, so I need to change that more yellowish. You gotta ignore what it looks like on this sphere because like the overall colour on the rock. Okay, never mind. Trust what it says on the sphere. What colour do I need then? What I need. Oh, it's really hard to get this colour right. Yeah, like go into the orange, then make it brighter. Maybe can I just do it like that actually? Nah, I don't think that'll work. So I've tried to just match the colour by just using that, but nah, that's just what happens. All we can do is just get as close as possible. There might be a slight off tone with it. And that was near enough where I was to begin with. So that's too yellow. Let's try that. I think we'll just stick with that because it's near enough. Alright then, what I'll do, I'll leave it there, and then next time we will just continue meshing out the area, and then we can have a look at lighting, have a play around with how that looks, because we've got like this sun we can have a nice mood setting with, and then we've got all different other bits of lighting we can do as well. I want to keep it nice and bright for sure. I need a change from the darkness of the environments I've been doing recently, so yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You've all been amazing. Thank you very much everyone who's watching, and I shall see you in the next stream. I don't know when, but I'll have it scheduled for when I know. But yeah, cheers guys, see you later, bye bye.